fishing and wood carving.
So, over the next day, it's 3/4 of the day, so you're going to arrive like late afternoon back in Rexelian.
Mm.
You make your way through the Brindle Crags. He does not stop. He does not slow down. It's a bit hard to keep up with him at times, but he manages to lead you the best way through. You show up. He's like, all right, here we are. Sorry for the pace, but I wanted to make it back before nightfall. Welcome back to Rexelian. Take me to where Henrietta is, I guess.
Yeah, she has an apartment here. We'll go there.
Good for her.
Oh, I put on the green cloak, by the way.
Cool.
You said it was like early evening now, / late afternoon.
Yeah.
Okay. While they head to the apartment, I'm just gonna peel off the group and head to the tavern.
Cool. You go over to the Hoarder's Claim, the tavern, and sure enough, you see a familiar man with a high ponytail sitting at the bar, drinking.
Okay. I'm gonna approach the bar, and as I approach, can I sort of make eye contact with the bartender
Yeah.
and just gesture to?
Nods. Sets two things of ale out in front. You see the figure look up, look behind him, and see you. Welcome. In Carthian, of course.
Yeah. So I'm gonna take a seat and slide one over to him.
Appreciated, friend.
I'm ready.
You want to learn the secret of your sword?
How long?
Kaylee gave me a cat. I think I'm going steady.
And he just stands up and leaves.
Give me a little wooden cat.
Sort of nods his head
Oh.
to indicate for you to follow.
I'm gonna follow him.
Barter's like, you mean? Whatever.
Wait, no, I left. I'll leave 2 gold.
Cool. Big tipper. He silently walks you out of town, up in the direction of the hot springs. You take the normal path for a while, sort of the stairs carved into the mountain, but then he veers off to the side a little bit as you follow him through just sort of the rocky terrain. Eventually you make your way to a clearing. You are... It's a rocky clearing with riverlets trickling down, sort of down and around.
It was empty.
The air is filled with steam all around you as the once hot water flows downwards to the cold and rain-soaked rocks and cools, becoming steam. So he leads you into a clearing that is sort of surrounded by just a ring of steam, and he sits down sort of in a cross-legged style and motions in front of him.
I'm gonna sit across with him, cross-legged as well.
How much did you know of your master?
Little.
I figured as much. The Red Rook wasn't fond on people knowing much about him. You do know that's what they called him, yes? Your master, the Red Rook, was one of the greatest warriors of Clan Daisuke, and frankly, one of the greatest warriors of Karth as a whole. In Carthian, as you know, our word for war translates most easily to the art of blood. To watch him fight was to understand that meaning. It was to watch a beautiful, terrible dance that inspired both awe and fear. It was beautiful, but the blood that remained. He wasn't called the Red Rook for nothing. Did he tell you anything about that blade?
No.
The fact that he's dead and you wield it means he must have intended you to have. We'll see if he made the right choice. He stands up, sort of takes a ready stance with his very, very long katana. Strike me.
I'm just gonna only draw the one, and I guess I'll attack.
Make an attack roll.
That is 27 to hit.
27 to hit. Good. Sorry, one sec. You swing your sword at him, and you're sure you've hit him. This is one of your best swings. When in a flash of steel, his sword is not fully drawn out of the scabbard, but drawn enough to block your blade. He brings the hilt down on your head and walks behind you as you sort of topple over and wonder what happened. How did I not hit him? As you turn around, he's not there anymore. But through the steam, you can see his silhouette. And another. And another. Until you find yourself surrounded in 6 silhouettes that match his form. You hear in the wind, you hear him say, listen to the blade. It knows the rhythm of life and will show you the direction. Listen to the blade.
I'm gonna sort of raise the blade in front of me and start turning in a slow circle.
Start turning in a slow circle. Make a perception check with advantage. Sorry, did I say perception? Yeah, perception check with advantage.
Okay. 9.
You don't feel anything. You're not sure. Make an insight check with advantage. 16. As you're turning, you feel something. Not like a physical sensation, not a voice, but you're sure you know which one is the correct one. You don't know how, but you know that the one you're pointing at is alive.
Okay. I am going to step forward and take a swing at it.
Cool, make an attack roll.
22.
22. You swing through the thing, and you feel your blade cut flesh. As you see him take a step back, raising his arm as you sort of get him under the flank. Don't worry about damage.
Okay.
As you do so, you see him look surprised, and then smile. As the steam reforms, the rest of his silhouettes disappear, and you hear a blade sheathing as he steps back through the mist, sort of nursing his side a little bit, and says, "Good. Seems the Red Rook chose correctly. That didn't take any time at all to open your heart to the blade. The blade now regards you as its master." What?
Nothing.
So sorry.
What did you send? Doesn't matter. The blade now regards you as its master, and it'll allow you to unlock its full potential. It's not alive, but there is an energy within it that gives it the semblance of such. It can read the rhythms of life, and through it, so can you. In order to fully unlock its potential, and he sort of turns the blade in your hands, and he points at the markings. You can see that they're sort of Carthian symbols, not words, but sort of like symbols that surround 3 diamonds. 2 small ones on the top and bottom, and 1 large one in the middle. In order to unlock the full potential of this blade, you must undergo 3 trials. 1 of body, 1 of mind, and 1 of heart. I wish I could tell you more, but I don't know any. The Red Rook kept secret, and this blade has been passed down through many, many like him. I'm sure Carthian scholars could tell you, but I believe the trials will find themselves upon you. Once this blade's potential has been fully unlocked, no warrior will be able to stand to you. That's all I know for now, but hopefully it sets you on the right path.
I'm gonna sheath the blade. Thank you.
Anything to continue the legacy of the Red Rook. He always did have a fondness for birds. Well, I suppose my purpose in this town is done. Thank you for giving me one and letting my journey continue.
And you as well.
He nods his head to you and he takes a step, not back towards the village, but through the steam, and his silhouette just disappears. Cool. Now head on back. You now, as a bonus action, can make an insight check to determine whether something is a real living thing, to determine whether something's living. So if there's an illusion, you can do that. With the blade drawn, of course, you have to. And it's an attunement slot now. Now that you've awakened its magic, we have two new attunement slots today. All right, cool. So you head your way towards Henrietta, but before you can get there, a woman stops you. A woman you recognize, Captain Cetacea. She says, "I've been looking for you past couple of days. We had a date at the docks yesterday."
Yeah, there was an issue.
We're very
I
sorry.
can see that.
Yeah.
Are we still on? Believe you already paid me.
Yeah.
Well, then I think we're all still on.
Tomorrow?
Tomorrow. Tomorrow will be a loading day. I can teach you to be useful on this ship. Last I saw of the ship, you didn't have any weapons, so it's going to take most of the day to, implement those. But maybe you can learn your way around a boat.
Sounds good. I'm
Glad to see you're not dead. Okay.
That was an out of character laugh.
Oh, I thought you.
Oh, that was in character.
I know you guys were.
Well, see you then, I suppose. Start thinking about how you'd want to make yourself useful. If you want to make yourself useful at all. You're paying customers, so you don't have to work the ship if you don't want to. I just find folk of your stock tend to get bored on the high seas with nothing to do.
We're going into vampire territory?
Yeah.
We'll have things to do.
Well, it's going to take a day to get there, at least. But I mean, I don't know if you know anything about sailing, but if there's anything that strikes your fancy, tell me tomorrow. Or now. Arrange something. Tell my crew. No, you have the look of a man who wants to say something. I know that look well.
No, that's alright.
You sure?
I've already died once recently.
Okay.
We're gonna
Get your
ask her
hair
out.
gunner.
I see something I fancy.
Oh.
We're just gonna wait till we're on the boat.
Has to be at least one horny member of every party.
You made this happen. I didn't want to do it, and you made it happen.
He has horns now.
We got two horny members.
Too horny members.
Don't call him the 14-year-old horny. All
He
right.
has holes.
She's waves you goodbye and leaves. You find your way to Henrietta's apartment. She's there, sort of walking back and forth as she sees you. She's like, I haven't heard from him. Or you're alive. Okay, good.
Henrietta,
Yeah.
hand up the spell book.
Oh. What is this?
It's a spell book. Can you use it?
Yeah. Oh.
All yours.
Well, you've made my life quite a bit easier then.
Gift from some friends.
All right. Thank you. Doesn't really have the spells I use, but I can fill it in. I really appreciate this.
Is that the one I gave you?
Yes.
Oh.
That was very smart of you.
Regifting.
I know, but you're fine.
It's from Finn too.
Thank you.
No. It was out of character.
I appreciate that a lot. Then she catches eye of Owain and she's like, and I see you found my only other friend, Mr. Owain. Please, it's just Owain. I don't have to say Mr.
He seems a good fellow.
People have said worse. Why?
Why what?
Why is he here? Also that, but I wasn't really gonna.
We can get to that, don't worry.
It's fine.
You can ask
I don't
things
judge.
like that of us. Finn ran into him.
Oh,
Well,
No.
he saved me.
He saved Finn.
that sounds like him. Now, don't go telling people I do stuff like that, because my reputation's gonna tank. So, I'm here to take you. I hear you wanted to go to Irdael. I'm here to take you there. It's like, yeah, well, honestly, don't know if I need to go anymore. But I appreciate you coming all this way. Yeah, it's probably for the best.
Henrietta, we need someone else to join the cryptals. Not you, I'm saying. I'm not suggesting you, but we need to find someone who's going to give themselves their service, become a pupil there.
Okay.
I'd like to do that before we leave. You know, settle our debts before we go. Is that going to be hard for us?
I don't know. Wayne's like, might be. Cryptals aren't exactly sought after, and, you know, looking at us, many people don't want a fun new facial feature, even if it does provide a lot of power. We could always just grab a prisoner.
No.
They're serving their sentence.
Well, let's swing by the inn. Let it happen.
What about that weird drunk old man?
Him wanted to help you. Yeah.
We're just making him a crystal.
You go there. He's no longer there. It seems you scared him out of town.
He's on the boat.
He's on
Oh, the weird drunk old man is on
He's
your
on the
boat.
boat.
Yeah.
He's in
I
the
thought you were
boat.
talking about the guy you almost hired.
Oh no.
Yeah. Johnson, maybe? I don't remember his name.
We'll figure it out.
Comment.
The
Leave a
world's
comment.
oldest cabin boy.
What his name was. Yeah, the world's oldest.
No, he's the cat on He Hunts the Rats.
I mean, yeah, you head to the inn. There's certainly people there. You run into Kurasu coming back at this point.
Oh.
Good.
There's a couple people there. It's not too busy. Most of them look adventure-y. Though the two people you hired are there, and they say, "Hey, the Eldrin comes up to you and hands you some money, and says, we were supposed to leave yesterday, but she said she didn't want to. I thought it only fair to return the gold if we weren't going to do the service."
Oh, thank you. 10 back on retainer for being on retainer.
I won't say no.
No, I don't know how much I gave them.
You're not looking to
don't
join
know.
the Cryptals, are you?
Absolutely not.
Why you gotta phrase it like
What
that?
Do you know anyone?
what's a cryptal? Says just the rusted walking suit of armor behind her with a giant beard coming out of it.
It is. They're an organization of powerful
Adventurers.
adventurers. They
They were like-
Monster hunters.
they gain some sort of
Wait,
Treasure
I
hunters.
thought they were
Treasure
archaeologists.
hunters.
They're
Treasure-
archaeologist, treasure hunter
hunters,
style, yeah.
archaeologists.
But they'll hunt monster for coin. They'll do any.
They,
They're mercenaries,
They're
really.
mercenaries. They the nature of
Toss a coin to your cryptal.
the nature of
You guessed the inspiration.
No shit, really? You undergo mutations and hunt monsters?
Oh, shit.
the,
Hey, to be fair, I wrote him after I played The Witcher 3 like 3 years ago, so this isn't because of the show.
the nature of their I suppose their guild membership, I don't know what you would call it, is that they go through some sort of mutation.
Ooh, I don't think I like mutation
But
very
it was
much.
so cool.
They usually gain a power from it, but it is a
Really
physical
helpful.
mutation.
I'm alright, I got plenty of power from me gods.
You could take over
Alright.
a. Oh, okay.
We're not going to try and force anybody or trick anybody into this.
I'm not forcing or tricking. I am convincing.
You're not doing a great job, says the blue Eldrin.
We will leave you to your vices then.
If you know anyone who would fit that bill of wanting that,
I don't know many people in this town other than Aethelwolf and now Henrietta.
doesn't have to be in this town, I
This is
guess.
going to be harder than I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a monk I'd like to pay back real good.
Good fucking luck.
Alright?
Okay.
I'll think about it.
Cool.
I mean, if you give me the rest of that payment back, we'll just take care of that for you. We're not doing much.
Take care of what?
We'll find somebody to become a cryptal.
Oh,
You want to
Willingly?
hire us to do that? We're not
Willingly?
going to force anyone to be a cryptal.
Take the money then.
No, I don't have to look up how much you gave them.
Okay, good.
Easy enough?
Thank you.
Henrietta says, I'll help.
Nice.
I don't want to go to Iridile right now, but I figure I should eventually, so.
You don't have to do that.
Well, I mean, it's the best place to find the spells that I want. For free. Mostly free.
alright. Well, fine. Fair.
But if I could extend my trip, that'd be great.
Okay. So that was a little easy.
Rose.
Unless they fail.
I mean,
and we'll know if they fail.
I mean, we subcontracted it out. There's a risk there.
Yeah.
It's a guild move.
But like, it's not any risk to you guys. I'll
If you
make
think
sure
of one
that.
person they're definitely not going to be able to convince to become a cryptal.
I know.
What are the fate
fucked her up
seekers?
once.
The fate
Fate breakers.
Because
I was supposed to die.
Fate breakers. True.
That's another one.
So Henrietta,
Yeah.
you know, you could consider yourself an honorary member of the Fate Breakers.
I'd be honored. I'd love that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean, I have my own goals to attend to that aren't in South Nildor, but
Understandable.
I very much appreciate it. I mean, you're some of the only friends that I have, so I'm honored to be part of your guild, even if I can't be around in it all the time. Thanks.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Thanks. I mean, these two look capable enough. If I stick with them, I'll probably stay alive.
You better.
Perfect.
Alright, let's take a quick break to say bye to Mary. Okay. So, you guys leave the tavern. Owain says his goodbyes and heads back to Iredale. Henrietta takes you back to her apartment. Spend the night if you want to, unless there's anything else you want to do in town today.
No, just ready to go.
Oh, anyone want this? Just throw the sword down.
Big old great sword.
That's
What?
a two-hander.
Yep.
Is that?
It's a sword.
Actually, I probably could use some new equipment, but no.
Wow.
Do you need money to go buy some things?
Yeah, I have one too.
I have a
You
little
could take
bit.
this and sell it for some things.
Do you have your money? Because it looks like all you have is your armor and your
Yeah, you
dragon.
don't. You have no money.
Shit.
If no one else wants this,
She forgot to erase that
you
something.
can take it and sell it for some things.
Well, what is it?
I don't know. It's a sword.
Big old
Do
great
any-
sword.
Is it magical?
Does anyone want to use it?
Arcana check? 2?
You have no idea. Looks pretty cool.
If I had it on my person, do I automatically attune to it if it was attunable?
You have to, spend
You have to
an
make
hour
the choice to
tuning
attune
Make the
to
choice.
it.
Aren't you already attuned to 2 other items?
Yeah, but I can make it to 3, can't
I don't know what the limit is.
I mean, I'll-
3, unless you're a fucking artificer.
Apparently, I'm not allowed to be. That's the next character I'm gonna write up. It's an artificer.
Ooh, really felt the heat on that one.
It doesn't seem particularly magical to you, having held it for a while,
I? Okay.
and being of a magical persuasion.
Yeah.
Salad.
It looks cool, but like I, being of a magical persuasion, do not feel anything magical. What? Don't look at me like that.
Finn,
Yeah.
where did you go?
Like,
And why did you go?
And who did you go?
No.
Sorry. I just thought I
Head there.
thought I had
who
to.
did you go? Well. I
When
had
did you go?
heard
That would have been good.
about
I'm honestly unsure on the timeline.
Erdale. Thought it sounded cool.
Who?
Oh, come on.
The place you just were,
Yeah.
Erdale.
Erdale.
Yeah.
The place where the
Alright.
cryptals are. I got really bored at my part-time job, thanks.
It is a really boring job, to be
Yeah.
fair.
But
And I thought I was just gonna go and check it out. And then I'd come back. I did see some dope things. What? So,
If I explain myself to my parents like this, I'm doing something wrong. They'd disown me.
so you
I
heard
love
about
it.
a incredibly dangerous place, decided to abandon us, cause us
I
to
wasn't
panic.
gonna abandon you.
So you left without telling us for an extended period of time.
Yeah.
Why didn't you tell us?
Yeah.
Because you would have told me no.
We had people planning on going there.
You did?
Yeah.
Was Finn aware of that?
No, you
Yeah.
went to your part-time job before you talked about that.
Yeah.
Well, if you had asked us, you would have known.
No. We didn't know at that point.
No, but like,
Well, the plan was he's gonna go work the job while you find people to take Henrietta.
Oh, that's
yeah.
Finn, what you did was incredibly reckless.
Yeah.
Very immature. You put the entire party in danger.
You didn't have to come after me.
But we did. Because we care about you. You're part of our group.
Do you care about us?
I don't know.
Did you care that Elril died?
Nope.
Oh.
Elril didn't die. God
Did
damn
he be
it.
his dad?
No.
Yeah, I did.
Hang on.
I did, and I said I was gonna pay for it. You wouldn't let me.
Well, that's...
Listen! Sure, you can all try to take blame for me dying, but
We're not all trying to take blame.
that was
Only
kind
two people can take blame.
Yeah.
I think you should all take a little less, because it was me who, plane shifted.
Okay, but honestly, any of you could have died in that fight, and do you think I haven't thought about that?
All I'm saying is, recklessness shared is recklessness halved.
Yeah. All I have to say is...
Screech.
This is kind of like,
Yeah.
It's going on our merch.
maybe Finn doesn't deserve all this. Like,
Well, I
I
agree
was-
with you there, but
yeah.
I disagree with the recklessness. There was many choices we made that were clearly wrong.
Like me running out in front because I thought Finn was getting attacked. That was reckless, and I
I
think
told
that-
you he wasn't getting attacked, he was safe, and you did not listen.
I know. And I got Thuvius in a bad position.
I got myself in a bad position.
I just think it wouldn't kill us.
Kurasu, good job. A+ all around.
Yeah.
Elril,
Around.
you
Wearing a t-shirt that says not reckless.
It wouldn't kill us to work as a team a little more.
Yeah.
Literally.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah. Coordinate a little.
Mistakes happen,
Draw it
but
back.
they're only mistakes if we learn from them.
Finn, you can rely on us, and we can help you, but you have to help us, and you have to communicate with us. You'll get back from the guild what you put in.
When did we become a guild?
Ever since we had to give our name to that lady to get here.
I thought we were a group. Guild sounds way too intense for what we are.
I think we're getting pretty strong. And
We've,
also, we made Henrietta an honorary member.
We've caused
Thanks.
some problems.
I mean, you made her.
I mean,
Do you think she doesn't deserve to be here?
No.
I
Tell
mean-
her to her face.
Then why are you being contrary?
I don't want to look at her.
It's fine. I don't want to be part of an argument.
I'm
I'm
sorry.
gonna go with Scratch Herky. We're
Henrietta,
gonna.
you're here. You're here for this. Thick or thin.
No.
Herky and Henrietta just sort of go to the corner and scratch.
Guys, can we start claiming we killed a dragon? Like, I know that's not how it went down, but the only people that know that are the cryptals. Nobody's gonna believe the cryptals.
I think you should take credit. You killed a dragon.
I got rid of a dragon.
You earned that.
No, I think we should take credit.
I mean, if you tell people you took care of a dragon problem, that wouldn't be false.
Whatever. Honestly, the dragon is secondary.
Yeah.
Well, Finn, I'll leave you with this. Just think good and hard if you want to be part of this group or not. Because if you want to be part of this group, I think you'll find incredible support and a lifelong group of friends. But if you don't want to be part of this group, then you're using us. You're using our resources to protect yourself as you go about whatever selfish endeavors you have.
Yeah, to gather things.
I've been upfront with all of you, and I'm helping you all as I go.
We've all
And
we all have our own ulterior motives.
And we lean on each other for those motives.
Exactly.
Yeah. So lean on us.
When you're not strong. I'll be
In the middle of my acting, Peter! Can you not?
I really,
She was in the
I
moment. She
really-
was in the character.
I'm sorry, I really can't help it.
It's fine.
Nate, I don't know the individual who wrote that letter to you.
No one else knows about this letter but you and me.
I know.
Oh.
Oh,
Letter.
Oh.
letter.
I don't think they would approve of your actions. And I can tell they meant something to you at some point.
I mean, they already haven't approved of my actions, as you know.
I don't, just like our reckless actions, I don't think that's something we have to choose to continue.
No, mistakes happen, and you have to learn from them, and I will. Thank you for checking me.
feel much better now.
You guys want to go to the hot springs?
Good question. Am I level 7?
Yeah, it's fine. Sure. Sure. I'm not going to handicap you like that. You already have enough against you right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you did get a level 7 spell, so that... You did cast a level 7 spell, so like...
I guess I'm like level 18.
Yeah.
23 actually by my spell table.
Yeah. Well, you have to be level 20, and then you have to multi-class in something else. No, wait, you can't do that.
Here's my logical reasoning for why it can only carry spells of lesser level. It took a lot of arcane energy to cast a 7th level spell with no caster, and it used up a lot of it, so now it's just that thing.
That's fair.
DM tip. Rationalize the fuck out of the dumb choices you make.
So,
Really not complaining. It led to a pretty cool little side thing.
DM tip: world do what I want.
DM tip, I God.
Hell yeah. Oh, what a power spike at level 7.
Well, I'm gonna go to sleep because I think I have a new journey starting tomorrow, and it sounds like you guys do too. So,
Yeah.
thanks.
It's gonna be semen.
What?
We're gonna be semen. What?
Even Henrietta cracks a smile at that one.
We're all training to be semen.
Good night.
We'll be traveling
I don't know,
semen.
could you try to put a little more space in between those 2 words?
Or just use another word.
What? We'll be on
We're
the
gonna
sea.
be pirates!
We're men. We're seamen.
Pirates.
We're not pirates. We're not gonna break the law and
We're pirates.
kill it.
We're pirates who don't break the law.
So
There's nothing
Seaman.
wrong with being a noble seaman.
Sailor? You say sailor?
Sure, synonyms. Sailors then.
Cool.
Sailors and Seamen. Episode title.
cool. You go to bed. Next morning, bright and early, Henrietta says, "Okay, so I'm leaving town. This is about to not be my apartment anymore. So we kind of got to get out of it."
All right.
Do you need help cleaning to get your security deposit back? They'll stiff you. They'll try to stiff you.
I just paid him like 5 gold per day, and they didn't ask questions.
Can we go?
Okay.
Yeah, please. We gotta.
Cool. So you say your goodbyes to Henrietta. She meets up with the 2 individuals, and they head off in the westerly direction. As you guys head east to the port, where you find Captain Cetacea and a big old group of people just hanging around at the port. As you come home, she's like, "Oh, these are our employers, the crew. Here's the ones you need to care about, because most of them don't matter. We've got first mate right here," points to a gnome. "This is Felice." It's like, "You fuckers won't last a second at sea." And then sort of goes off. "This is our main gunner, Quincy Phlox." It's a dwarven woman with a shaved head who sort of just nods at you. Our boatswain, Helena Bray, wood elf with dyed green hair and a very sharp hook-like nose. Eel, our carpenter, is a goblin woman with like very big eyes and saw blades as necklaces. Our quartermaster and cook, Tristy, is a furbog who's just sort of looking happy at everyone. She has a peg leg also. Or our navigator, this sorry son of a bitch, and claps a long-haired, timid man with broken spectacles on the back. "I'm Andrew." And then he sort of disappears into the crowd. Those are the only people who are going to matter to you, and if you want to help out, those are the people you're going to be reporting to. So have you thought about my proposition? You want to just take it easy, or you want to get busy?
The second one.
All right, what do you want to do?
Shit.
Busy. Wang.
What do you have me do?
We got gunnery. You can run our catapults. We have a catapult and 3 ballista. We're gonna put on your ship as soon as you put it in the water.
Oh yeah, can we
Put it in the water.
get the ship in the water?
Wait, you weren't holding onto the ship, were
No,
you?
he
Nate,
was
that would have sucked.
Yo, old man Johnson. Johnson's in the void.
As you go to set up the ship, yeah, you can work on. You can do gunnery.
A sulfurous.
You can work on the sails and the rigging, which also includes steering the ship. You can work on carpentry and maintenance, preparing and managing food, or helping out our little navigator over there.
Can I help the navigator?
Don't be too mean to him. He's shy.
Oh.
Sails and rigging.
Sails and rigging. All right, you're gonna be talking to
Can't climb in this armor.
what else? Helena.
Athletics.
She goes over. She's like,
Hell yeah.
"You an elf?
Yeah.
But really?"
Long story.
Serves a high elf right. Follow.
I like making it a good, healthy, balanced meal.
You seem like a kind
this is
gentleman,
gonna-
says the furball who comes over to you.
Well,
Oh no.
I think this is gonna be a good friendship here.
I think so as well. My name's Tricity.
I'm Nathaniel.
Good to meet
Call
you.
me Nate.
I will. All right.
Football's sexy though.
Does it have dad in it? What was
It's
it?
it's one.
It's got mommy energy.
It's got
Dude.
mommy. She, I guess, yeah. She's got a very maternal vibe around her, with the exception of her big old peg leg.
Mom.
What are the responsibilities of the first mate?
Oh, she's not gonna want your help. Yeah, fucker. You think I'm gonna want your help, eh?
I don't know.
This is Gnome. She's just like, she's got sort of like a mohawk shaved in. She's like, what do you think the fuck you can do, huh? You think you're louder than me?
You seem like the type of person who takes all they can get.
What does that mean?
A gnome with a mohawk.
Oh yeah, no piercings.
Okay.
Do you want my help or not?
No! Alright, come on, fucker.
Old character.
That's what I thought.
I mean, you don't have to do anything if you don't want to, but... You could also, go take some shifts in the crow's nest. Might be fitting.
Ooh. Wow.
First of all, racist. No, yeah, that's it. Yes, I'll do that.
Alright, well, we'll put you on the roster.
Very excited.
First mate.
Alright, well, let's get that ship in the water so we can start setting up.
I put it in like a
Wait, she
place
did.
on the dock that's big enough for
Sure.
windfall.
And you hear, whoa! Back in the world!
He knew?
It stopped raining! Ah! Cetacea's like, well, he's alive.
Shallon's disappointed.
Ladies, start loading up.
I have a question for the DM.
Yeah.
So the new skill I can with my sword, that checks for like a living thing, not a sentient thing. So like if I pointed it at like a vampire, it wouldn't sense it.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
It can tell you what's like an illusion. It won't trigger on illusions, undead, constructs, things of that sort. Elementals, it might. You'd have to check, but cool. So yeah, the things start getting set up. At first, rather than learning any jobs, you're just setting things up. As soon as they start installing the weaponry, though, a catapult at the back of the ship, 2 ballista on one side, 1 ballista on the other one. It's a small catapult, but catapult. As soon as they start setting it up, you're taken to your various places. You're put on the shift for lookout. Some random pirate lady says, "Yeah, I mean, you look. I don't know. If anything happens, can you make you can make loud noises, right?"
I open my mouth and just start rattling off nautical terms, shouted in pirate voice.
All right, good enough. We'll listen for that. Sure, we'll tell you when it's your turn. Easy enough. Now go help screw in some ballista. Nate, you're shown down to the kitchen area. She's discovering the kitchen as you are. She's like, this is very nice.
It is pretty spacious.
Do good with this.
Yeah, if we push this bench, we can like add a little more square footage.
I like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so what we're gonna do? I'll take care of most of the cooking. I don't know if you've ever had much experience in the culinary arts.
I've had to make my own food for most of my life.
You'll be sort of my prep guy then, all right?
I love a good chop. I love a good knead.
Are you mathematically minded?
No.
Okay, then I'll take stock.
Cool.
Well, you do seem strong, so you want to start loading in the barrels of food?
I got this.
We've got enough for about we have 3 weeks-ish about of provisions. Hopefully that's enough. If not, we can maybe find some place to stock up.
Okay.
Keep an eye out for anywhere on the trip.
Sounds good.
Who did you go with?
The elf.
Oh yeah, she leads the way.
What was her name? I gotta write that down.
Her name is Helena Bray.
Why does that sound familiar?
Shouldn't.
Bottom Carter.
Yeah, she's like, all right, follow. You ever been on a ship before?
No.
And you picked the hardest damn job. Great.
Oh.
All right,
This
so
is
basically
not
we
mine.
are in charge of rigging. We have to know where every rope goes, how every sail is furled and unfurled, making sure nothing gets caught up in itself. For the most part, I'm going to yell orders at you, and you're going to do them. In order to do that, do you know how to tie a knot? Can you tie a knot? Can those pretty little high elf hands tie a knot?
I have. Ooh, yeah. Do I have proficiency in sleight of hand? Yes, I do.
I know, that's not knot
Should I
tying.
try to? Should I be like, I mean, I'm good with my hands.
She throws you a rope. All right, figure 8 loop. Go for it.
Which does Stevie's just not know, or can I attempt to slide
There's
out?
a rule for this in Xanathar's.
I have that right here. Do you know where it is?
It's in like the additional rules.
Jesus, those are huge.
I know.
I feel like it'd be sleight of hand related.
I know it's an intelligence.
Tying knots.
Yeah, I know it's an intelligence.
Open-ended. The creature who ties knots makes an intelligence sleight of hand check.
Cool.
When doing so, the total of the check DC.
Do you want to read that part?
No, that's fine. Yeah, so just make an intelligence sleight of hand check.
So wait.
So if you're proficient in sleight of hand, you get to add that. Otherwise, it's just an intelligence check.
So I add the proficiency to my
Intelligence.
All right, so whatever this is plus 5. 11.
11. It's not. You tie a knot, and you're pretty proud of yourself. She's like, well, make sure to remind me not to have you tie any of the important ones. Okay, well, follow me. She starts going with you. Finn, you're just following around this. He's carrying a bunch of charts, and he's sort of adjusting his glasses, and he's like, all right, so we're trying to get
Sorry, I got assigned with you. Sorry.
Okay,
Can I help?
hi, my name is Andrew. I'm the navigator.
Hi, I'm Finn.
Okay, we're gonna go set up a table, and we're gonna just plot a course, and it's gonna be fine. Even though we're going to the vampires, it's fine. Should be fine. And he sort of trundles out like some things. Can you grab that table over there?
Grab the table. If it makes you feel any better, our group has taken down a few vampires.
That doesn't make me feel better at all.
Okay, we also took care of a dragon problem.
Great, now other dragons are gonna be looking for you. Awesome, that's great to hear. All right, hold this pin.
Yep.
The rest of them are being trained in a sense. You're just holding things for this guy.
Yeah.
So you follow her around. She's basically just barking orders at people, not telling anyone to do things. She's like, "Why the fuck are you following me around?"
It's me and Herky.
Is he good at carrying things?
Yes.
Big old gnarly ass. Oh, jeez, what is he? All right, guess it's not a pirate's job to ask questions. A sailor's job to ask questions. You make him pick things up, I guess.
Herky, let's go lift some things.
Yeah, he's big enough. Tell him to put stuff up. Maybe he can get supplies up in there into that crow's nest. Whatever. I don't know. I don't know what you're expecting to learn from me here. My job is yell at people.
We're told to help you out.
Okay, well then you're on me. If I'm up, you're up.
All right.
If I'm walking around, you're walking around. If I'm yelling, you're yelling as well.
All right.
Good to yours?
Yes.
All right, you hear me yell a command, you yell the same command like 10 seconds afterwards.
Okay. Listen up, you scallywags.
I guess that's about fucking it. So guys, get your big boy to help out.
Alright, I'm doing it. Okay.
Can I start trying to tie knots with mage hand?
Sure.
Like if she asks me to climb and tie a knot, I just stay on the deck and tie it from.
Oh my god, you gotta go up there.
Well, what's the difference?
Because there might be another knot you need to tie up there, and you're just
my
standing on the ground. You can't take shortcuts on a ship.
What? This is helpful. I can stay down here.
She tugs the rope. That's gonna come out as soon as the storm starts.
Oh, sure.
She takes your first knot that you tied, and she ties it to the side of the ship. You're gonna watch. As soon as we hit some big waves, this thing is just gonna come straight undone.
I bet, but I don't have any money.
Great. Just follow me. All right, this is the mainsail, and she sort of starts talking you through.
Can you press the digitate a knot?
What?
Can you press the digitate a knot? I don't know.
I don't have prestidigitation.
I clearly, based off of some
Prestidigitation.
previous dungeon party moments, I don't know how prestidigitation works.
You can mage hand a knot.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Well, because that's your hand. Well, it might be hard to tie a knot with one hand.
The Arcane
Yeah.
Trickster
Arcane Trickster has a-
might be able to.
Arcane
because I think
Trickster
they
has a-
can sleight of hand with their mage hand. But
Yeah.
I think
Yes,
other
Arcane
people-
Trickster
I
can.
don't know.
I'll say you're able to do it.
If I can pick locks with my mage hand, I feel
You
like
should
I could
be
probably
able to
with
tie
my
knots.
mage.
Yeah. Yeah. So the rest of the day goes by. You know, pretty uneventfully as you're learning. Yeah, she teaches you a little bit about salted meat production. And by the end of the day, as dusk is falling, everything seems to be pretty set up. And she's like, "All right, now we have to serve everybody food. Now these ladies and gentlemen are very ravenous, and sometimes they might be a little rude to you, but you just gotta let it roll off your back. Just roll right off.
Okay.
Because if you don't, you'll get into a big old fight, kill 13 men, and lose a leg."
I'm trying to stay calmer, so this will be good practice.
Me too.
Does she have a peg leg?
She does.
Killed 13 men.
All right, so grab some trays.
I have a question.
Yeah.
I didn't know what a furbolg was, and I looked it up, and it was just bears.
No.
Okay.
It's a
They're-
talking bear.
It's a
Yeah.
big blue,
Here, I'll-
hairy.
FIR.
It's a big sort
Oh,
of yeah.
That'll do it.
Fearbulg, sorry. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
This whole time I'm just picturing a bear with a peg leg. Oh
I should have done that.
You know what?
All right. Well, here we go. And they start carrying a bunch of like barrels, basically, of salted meat and some rice. And dinner is had upon your ship. As dinner is had, alcohol is passed out as well. Things begin to get a little bit rowdy. But before the night goes too crazy, so not this song. Captain Cetacea stands up and pops open a bottle of wine. Says, "To this ship and its future endeavors, eh?
Woo!
But it's bad luck to sail on a ship without a name."
Our weakness.
Isn't this called the Windfall?
Doesn't say so on the side of the boat or anything. Is that what you want to name it?
The Fate Destroyers? I was about to say Fate, but then I realized, wait, we're the
already
Fate
have-
Destroyers.
Fate Breakers.
Fate Breakers.
Not just
so-
the Breaker.
No, it's too on the nose. We could do something that's related though.
I'm not supposed to drink that.
The Henrietta.
What if we do something like just random and artsy, like the Lost Star? or
You
something like
would.
that.
You would say that.
I don't know. Just trying to spitball ideas here.
The ship.
No, no, not
That'll
that.
do meta.
I'm floating.
The Blake Peebles.
I'll kill all of your characters for real.
Kraken. Boom. Done.
Yeah.
Vampires don't attack us.
You are terrible
Wait,
at
hey,
this.
hey,
Wilfred.
what's a vampire's weakness?
Daylight.
Sunlight, daylight.
The daylight.
The daylight. Fortuitous. You'll get that bloody fleet real mad, which is right where we want them. To the daylight, and she cracks a bottle across the bow.
Alright.
And the night is spent in merriment, as the sailors sort of drink a lot.
Can we join them?
Yeah, you're more than
Hell
welcome
yeah.
to.
Wait.
No. I'm gonna sneak some sips.
No, I'll be like,
3 sips or 3 bottles?
Luis walks over with 3 cups.
Come on.
Hands him 2 and then attempts to sleight of hand a 3rd. Just real surreptitiously.
Ha!
Could I give
Would
an
that be
advantage
insight?
if I try to receive
Yeah.
the slight?
No perception for you.
Perception. Cool. 19.
25.
Okay. So I'm just
Alright.
like, yeah!
So the 3 of you having a party. Kurasu, you party into?
Yeah, I'm
Hello? Come on.
socializing now that I'm level 7. I'm suddenly very social.
That's true. Yeah.
Wait, what?
For
Well, you
Sam-
feel as though your lesson with opening yourself up to this sword and your lesson with Hero has raised your confidence a little bit.
Yeah.
And open yourself up for love.
Also, you need a little smarter.
Yeah.
I need another sneak attack die.
So the 4 of you are partying. Elro, what are you up to?
Oh, so what?
They're all partying. I don't know if you've joined them.
One, I'll be around.
Cool.
Chatting with the crew.
Who wants to learn a Nilfgaardian jig?
Nilfgaard?
Uh-oh.
Wait, what am I?
Nildor?
Nildor.
Oh, it's the Witcher episode, I guess.
I'm sorry. It's just in my
We've
head.
all got it on our minds.
It's been a month.
It has. Yeah, you start teaching people a jig, and
It's mostly just an Irish jig.
sure, yeah, people are enjoying it much. Though it is, as the night wears on, Cetacean comes up to you and says, "Notice you're not going quite as rowdy as your friends.
I'm not one to go quite as rowdy.
You don't strike me as the type. You nervous?
Honestly, I'm not nervous. I'm just unsure of where a lot of this is going.
Well, we're going to South Nildor.
I know, but after that, or before that, it's been pretty directionless for a long time.
Well, one thing about the sea, you're forced to go one direction or the other. That's what I've learned. That's why I spend as much time out on it as I can.
Somehow I don't think the life of a sailor is quite the life for me.
Don't strike me as the type, no.
But it does make me think. If I did have my choice, what would I be doing?
What'd you do before this?
I was a bank teller.
I've robbed many banking ships before.
Really?
I knew you seemed familiar somehow.
Do you, you know the type. Do
You got something else, and it's not just that thing in your eye.
Yeah, right. Well, so I've been told. But I don't know. Have you robbed any ships on the way to Kovdek?
Hard to sail underground.
Oh, you're really.
Then you haven't
Really
really
nailing
sailed.
Maybe you've never been there, I suppose.
No, I prefer the open air. Blue above me, blue below. Not in a cave. No
It's new.
offense.
It's pretty new for me.
It's a lot of open spaces. I mean, I don't know what it's like down there, but
There's some open space. Well, large caverns as far as open
Imagine.
spaces go. But
so I mean, did you want to be a banker?
yeah, it's the life that was sort of chosen for me. Did you want to be a pirate?
Pirate's a strong word for what I do these days.
You said you've robbed banking ships.
Was a pirate. I've been a pirate. I may be a pirate again. Right now, I'm a sailor.
Depends on the clientele. Perhaps.
Well, ideally, we make enough we don't have to work for anyone. It's a long story, I won't get into it, but originally I didn't intend to be a pirate. Sometimes life just chooses you, and sometimes the right life just chooses you.
Isn't that right? Well, how do you know? That leaves you wondering, when is the right life going to choose you?
If you wait around your whole life for a life to choose you, you haven't lived at all. Lighten up. She walks away back into the party.
I'm gonna send the text that you sent me when we first met this girl. I'm gonna send it to the whole group.
What did I send?
Yeah, I think you just sent me Fuck the sexy pirate.
Do it!
The night continues. God damn it! The night continues raucously, clearly. Many people ask you about your horns. Your wood elf friend is nearby at all times, but she doesn't seem to want to deign to talk to you. But several pirate lashes come up and are like, "Where'd you get those?"
Honestly, the abyss.
Cool.
I shouldn't say.
Thubius begins to recount a different version of the story.
Make just a charisma check.
That's not very good. It's cocked. Where's my charisma? 11.
11. The two you were talking to seem very taken by it, but from behind you, near the end of your story, she's like, "I'd say 90% bullshit, 1% truth," and it's your green-haired friend.
Yeah, you're right.
Scurry on, ladies. I'm like, okay.
I went to the abyss.
I believe that.
Took a dragon with me.
That I don't believe so much, but
It's funny, that part is true. Me killing it in the abyss and also fighting off the demons and fighting my way back, that's
yeah, figured. You don't seem, frankly, too competent.
No, God, no.
Listen, I've seen guys like you.
To be perfectly honest, I don't know how I got back.
Luck. You were born rich, I'm gonna guess. You've been lucky your whole life.
Yeah.
And that hasn't run out yet.
Nope. No, it is not.
Men like you, they're a dime a dozen, so don't get too high in your britches. Though, unlike most of them, you seem to know it.
Oh, yeah, no, You don't die and come back to life and not be aware of how lucky you are. You know?
See, my question for people like you is like, you know what you have, and you keep living like that? No apologies?
I mean, what the hell? Who do I apologize to for luck? Where does luck come from?
The unlucky, I guess. I don't know.
Can't help it if I have good rolls.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Don't like you much. But that doesn't matter if we're gonna be working together.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not liking you so much either right now.
Good. Let's keep it that way.
No!
All I'm saying is if
Listen.
I watch you try to sleep with some of the crew again, I will cut your dick off.
Listen. Hear me out here. Look around. I'm gonna... Look around. And I'm gonna point to all my different mates here.
Got a kind old man, mysterious bird.
Right.
I don't know what his thing is, and a kid.
Alright, hear me out. I can't talk to the bird. The kind old man and I think you can guess when we don't get along. Elril over there has been through absolute shit, and he keeps following with us. And the kid, I mean, the kid's got nobody. Right? But here we all are. And fate keeps letting us get away with shit. I mean, you're telling me if you had these kind of people around you, people who had nothing, I mean, hell, Nate lost somebody to vampires, Elril is... God, you think your luck's bad. Go talk to Elril, that's interesting.
Sounds kind of like a bummer of a time. I'll pass.
Yeah, oh, it is. He's great, though.
Kurasu's master died. I mean,
What can the lucky do but try to spend time with the unlucky? You know?
You are the cockiest man I have ever met. But I can't deny you have a point.
Blake, is that in character?
Can't deny that you have a point. So, don't fuck anyone.
Oh, come on. Stick
Nope.
around. Maybe a little of the luck will rub off.
The vomits in
Yeah, she's like, "Ugh. I'm waking you up at 7 a.m. and I'm making you do the worst jobs.
Sounds like fun.
Stop that instantly. Immediately stop it. This won't go there. Don't even think about it. She leaves angrily.
Thubius is exactly the guys I fell for in
Knowing who some of those people are.
Shout out to
Yeah. But yeah, you finish passing out stuff. The fearful Tristy says, and now is the best part, when everyone enjoys your cooking.
Oh,
It's pretty great.
pure.
What?
Just follow my lead.
What is it?
It's a jig.
Oh, okay. She's not good at it.
Neither am I.
She's unwieldy and also has a peg leg, and it doesn't go too well.
That's okay. It's fun.
Goblin comes up to you.
Whoa. There's a lot of this.
How work? How work?
Whoa.
How work? Usually small, but big and moving. Make my voice how work.
Just work.
Tick, 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 or woo, or woo.
Just
Boom, 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 boom. How work? Continues to scratch her head, and she, for the rest of the night, is just like following you around, like watching everything you do. Cool. At that point, the party starts to sort of wind down. You notice Andrew wasn't at the party. He was continuing to work on his nautical charts the whole time. The party winds down. Satisha comes up to you and says, so there's a captain's quarters, but you're paying me, so you're more than welcome to use it for yourselves, unless you'd like to sleep with the crew down below decks.
You're doing most of the work, so you're good.
I mean, I've been told I have to get up early to work, so wouldn't want to wake up my compatriots.
Yeah, you're with Helena, huh?
Yeah, we'll see.
She's had some choice words with me about you already. Sure, we're off to a good start.
I haven't done anything.
Okay.
Choice words like he's great, he's awesome.
Did we give the
he's
kid booze?
the best?
You only had
Like,
You only had two.
The best. I'm also a 14.
That's
But you're also like
If
6
you- But I am a lanky.
He's rail thin.
I'm a lanky
He
boy.
only had
I have not
3.
developed my muscles yet.
it was
I'm
2.
waiting
It was 2.
for
Yeah,
them.
You gave him 2.
Yeah, 2.
Yep, 2.
2.
2.
2 or 3.
2.
Regardless, I mean, there's only one sort of captain's quarters. First mate sleeps down below with everyone else. You guys can, I mean, it's up to you where you want to sleep. You're paying me. Usually I operate out of a captain's quarters. It sort of elevates me from the position of the crew. They respect me more. But hey, I've known these scurvy sea dogs for some time now. I don't think respect is going to be an issue. Except for with, she nods her head over towards your old man friend who's just up at the wheel.
Oh no.
We're anchored, don't worry.
I'll sleep where I sleep.
I'm sleeping with the crew,
I'll be with the crew too.
but not
I'm gonna-
not in the way that I've been accused of.
Oh, yeah, I mean, do what you want. I don't care.
No. Not in the way I've been accused of.
Okay. That's lonely out at sea. All right, well. Eel! She sort of yells at the goblin. Eel, leave our paying customer alone, please. Eel sort of grumbles and goes below decks. Sorry about her. Inquisitive mind. All right, well, then I'm going to go to the captain's quarters. See you in the morning.
Help yourself.
Hey, okay.
You seem
I saw
more
you
down than
talking to a
usual.
lady. I thought, hey, this will
Mm-hmm.
be good for him, but now he looks sadder.
Do you need
And
help?
I'm trying to be better at communicating. So this is me communicating to you to communicate to me. I'm your buddy, right? I don't know. Do you even like me? like, it's one of those mysterious looks. It could be like, I respect you, or oh my gosh, go away. I'll take my hand off you. Alright, you want to be like,
You need a wingman, Elro?
You want a wing? I was gonna
You can take this one.
Yeah, a child.
You know what? You take this one.
Wait, no. Be like, you can use my story, dude. Be like, I took this poor orphan boy off the streets, and oh, aren't I amazing? All the ladies will be like, wow.
Herky, who also had a bit to drink, is just mimicking what Finn is doing behind him.
All right. Finn is one thing, but who gave Herky? We don't even know.
His long arms, he probably just took it himself.
Yeah, honestly.
We'll be more watchful next time.
No, we won't.
Out of respect for this situation, I think I am going to politely go to bed.
Respect for what situation? What?
Good night. You and Herky can... I'll see you in the morning.
I'm trying to be a friend.
We're all going the same direction.
Okay, let's go.
Let's go. Under shoulder.
Nate, I don't say it enough, but you're like my dad.
Scoop up.
It got sad. It got sad.
Herky bumps into the mast. Key! It just curls up around the mast.
I never knew my dad or my mom.
What time is it?
It's like approaching 1 in the morning.
Alright.
Take him down decks and y'all hit the snooze-a-rooney.
Meditate.
I'm up at 5.
What?
We only have 4 hours to meditate, right? So
Yeah.
I'm up at 5.
Before you're up at 5, though.
Uh-oh.
Damn. You thought you could get out of this scot-free with just a pair of horns?
Of course. Of
I was
course.
gonna be
I'm the
another.
luckiest man in the world. Haven't you heard, Blake?
You and Elro have more things to talk about.
What? How?
Yeah, we both have.
You both have
bosses.
weird-
I have 2.
You don't dream in the way that you do when you have had joint dreams. And you also don't dream in the way that you do when you trance. This is just flashes of imagery. You see blood. You see your blood. And you see this black substance. It flows almost like blood, but not quite. You see a wall with intricate carvings in it. Your blood trickling into these carvings. The black substance from the other side. They meet in the middle and begin to mingle and flow back towards you. You feel an intense and searing pain in your entire body. And you wake up, and your body's literally smoking.
Any other adverse effects?
Nope.
Hmm.
Smoke dissipates quickly, but...
I wonder if this happens to Elro.
And on that note, we'll end this session of Dungeon Party. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for our patrons and our subscribers for being the best. Sorry you didn't get to see a whole ass dragon fight, but it's alright. Thank you so much. Actually, thank you so much to Alyssa at Crooked Painters Guild for painting this beautiful mini. It's up on her Instagram. We'll put it up on our Instagram. It's so nice. She did such a good job. If you're interested in getting big old minis like that painted, or even just normal minis, she painted our PC minis as well. She's very good at what she does, and you should check her out. The link is below to her Instagram page. Yeah, that's all. If you're not currently playing a game of D&D, you should, because it's a lot of fun, and you get to hang out with friends who you haven't seen in a month. Yeah. Cool, that's all. Thanks so much for partying with us in the dungeon. Bye-bye.
Horns.
No, I was unfolding.